Is this thing on? Testing, testing. Ooh la 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 loo. Okay. Oh, it is on. Okay. Hello, you're watching Camera. This is Bobby Walker with special guest Brad Phillips. Today's episode of The Camera is the director's cut version of episode 2, where we talk about the fast food industry. It's much funnier and much more enjoyable. I hope you like it. I know I sure did. So Brad, tonight we're discussing fast food and its effects on society. Do you have any opinions or ideas about this? Clearly you have very, very strong emotions related to fast food. Could you elaborate at all?
Fast food. Fast food is like poison. Poison to the soul. It cuts deep. Very deep. Cranking.
Yeah. You know, I was very saddened when Snow White ate the poisoned apple too. These poor dwarves had to bury her, and then she didn't actually die. You know how sick of a movie that would make? Of like, you know, they think she's dead, they bury her alive, and she wakes up.
Almost as sick as snowboarders from the X Games.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's disgusting.
Let's go back to fast food.
I'm thinking that sounds like a good idea. So poison. Why is it poison? Do they put poison? I mean, people have found fingers in their fast food, chicken heads in their chicken nuggets. Okay, what do you have to say?
Hold on, Leo. Here's how it goes. What they do.
How goes it?
Don't interrupt me. What they do is they take a vial and it's filled with this green liquid, and they drip it in the cow. And the cow, when they feed it the hay, and then when they cut the cow up into little pieces and process it, the poison is in the cow. You don't know what to do because it's in there, and you can't detect it, and you can't cook it because it's in the cow. When you eat it, you die.
You know, that brings up a very interesting point, because it sounds very similar to men who roll around in spandex and get ringworm. Do you have any thoughts about wrestling?
My dog has ringworm, so maybe wrestlers are dogs in disguise, and they don't know what to do because they're not smart enough to do a real job because they're dogs. So they wrestle because they like to feel spandex on their smooth skin.
Either that, or maybe the wrestlers were doing some very naughty things with your dog, Brad.
I don't think they did their laundry twice.
Oh, that is another risky statement. So do you have any thoughts on how fast food affects the weight of the average American? There's a statistic like 67% of Americans are overweight, and 99% of that is blamed on fast food. What do you have to say about that?
First, you need to learn how to speak. Second, you need to learn how to say your words in the correct order. Third, what needs to happen in America is that these people need to stop eating. The problem is that we're awake all the time, and then when we're awake, we're fat and we're hungry. We don't know what to do, so we eat. And the food's there at the fast food restaurants, so we're too lazy to cook it.
24-hour places are bad.
That's right. They're the spawn of Satan. And so we're too lazy to cook the food, but we gotta eat. We're fat. And fat people need food. One of the sick person needs to die. So fat person needs food. He's too fat to cook food. Ain't no food in the fridge because he can't reach it. So he's gotta go get some fast food. And the problem is, the fast food is over there, and they want your money. They're like, hey, yeah, come on in. Come on, we feed you, fat man. We don't care if you're fat. Just get fatter, man. Get your paper. Our walls get fatter, you get fatter. It's like a trade-off. See, even. We like to keep balance in America. But the problem is, what I think it comes down to is that we need to hibernate during the winter and burn off all the fast food. And then, yeah.
You know, that's a very interesting point. Maybe we could use fast food in our automobiles. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, you know, Like
No,
you don't
no,
finish your burger, so you just stuff it down the tank.
And you get some fat guy sucking on the exhaust pipe, bashing fumes and screws at McDonald's. You see, you can just see him on the interstate. You're like, dude, I'm hungry. It's rush hour. I can't get no food. So he hops out of his car, puts it in neutral, right? Starts sucking on the tailpipe. He's like, oh, Big Mac. Oh. And then he dies from fumes. And then his mama's mama sues McDonald's because they made the food go into the gas tank. It wasn't the man's fault. It was the man's fault that McDonald's advertised that their food was good for cars. It's dumb. That's the way it works in America. It's the lawyer's fault. Yeah, it's McDonald's fault. So the dude is laying down on the highway, causing a whole more rush hour and traffic jam because his fat body takes 4 lanes. And the cops are like trying to push him, but he won't move because he's so fat. He like sinks into the ground. That's gonna be America in 10 years.
A giant pothole. You know, that is a very good point because we have the potheads of the 90s. We're gonna have the pothole makers of the
new
the teens.
Like I said, learn how to talk.
I'm working on it. I'll get there.
Okay.
You know, this fast food thing is very, very tantalizing. It's very interesting.
It's easy. Easy like Reno. On a street corner. Or a street corner in Reno.
But yeah, you know, there's another problem with the weight of people and the weight that they have in fast food lines. Many fast food places have horrendous lines in the drive-thru, which is supposed to be fast food, and in the lane, we go in the store, and so a lot of people go to one fast food joint just to get fast food so they can eat it while they stand in line for somewhere else. Do you have anything to say about that?
I think what needs to happen is you nuke McDonald's headquarters. Alright? And then they don't have the hierarchy dictating how the food gets made, right? Then the food can get made faster because they ain't got to go through government regulations. So they ain't got to worry about cleanliness. They ain't got to worry about food sanity. They ain't got to worry about them chefs cleaning their hands. That ain't important now. They ain't got no governing body. So, as soon as McDonald's headquarters get nuked, and Hardee's, if you feel like it, guess what? It's good.
Hardee's is good.
Or Wendy's, whatever makes sense. Just try nuclear, man. Nuclear winter egg puts us into hibernation. Step 1, I already talked about that one. Step 2, there's no governing body, and they can make the food as fast as they want. And they're like, hey man, there's a toe in my food. Oh, dude, that's mine, man. I didn't want no more. I thought it looked good.
Just eat it, they're good, you know.
Little ornamentation, a little crunch, extra protein. And the guy's like, oh, alright, ain't no government sanctions.
That's true. And you know, that's very true.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on the fast food that they have here at Northwest? I mean, it's kind of good some days, other days it's like, who spit on my burger?
I think what that comes down to is the fact that the lunch ladies are going to be blind robot Nazis. That's all I have on that one.
Blind robot Nazis. You know, that's a good point. Because you can never have a pink puppy.
That's right. You cannot have a pink puppy.
So, you know, we may end up cutting out the rest of this. So I'm just going to sit here until we figure out something. And then we'll mash it back together.
Okay.
Commercial break. And we're back. That was, you know, while we were on commercial break, Brad and I had quite a discussion, didn't we, Brad?
Yeah, we talked about pink puppies and red and white. How they kind of like, see, like, red and blue kind of do this. See the unity? Unity. Okay, and, but red and white, they pull one of these. It's like this. They try to do this. what happens is like the middle finger is too long, so like it stabs this hand in the side, and then like what really ends up happening is like, and then like there's like, and they don't fit. They don't fit. And see, red and blue, red and white.
And that, my friends, is the word from Brad Phillips. I'm Bobby Walker, and you just got done watching The Camera.
Vrei să pleci, dar nu mai